Save my home, please. I'm behind on my mortgage payments and can't get caught up. What is the answer? Well, loan modifications are predicted to be more than 10 million this year, and the reason for it, very simply, is the banks have finally, because I think most bankers are idiots, and those of you that subscribe to my videos know that, but they have finally figured out that it's in their best interest, not morally or ethically, but financially, to work with you, the homeowner, to see if they can't modify the existing mortgage so they don't have to foreclose. The average cost of a foreclosure in America is more than $50,000, and the vast majority of that is bank related. The other reason that they are looking at loan modifications and embracing them, very simply, is they don't have to put money into reserves when they take a house back in foreclosure. They then don't have to worry about reselling it, paying a commission, taking care of it for months. They have better cash flow for their balance sheet, and the bottom line is having a non-performing asset, that's a foreclosed home, on their balance sheet affects their ability to borrow money, and since they borrow and then relend how they make their money, it's in their best interest financially on all fronts to work with you, the homeowner. Now, how about us as homeowners? What are the advantages? Well, there are a bunch of them. First off, most companies will evaluate you free of charge. If they don't, that should be a red flag for you. Secondly, a loan modification does not affect your credit score negatively. Now, if you haven't made your mortgage payment, that will, but the loan modification in and of itself does not. The other thing that is absolutely beyond comprehension, it really isn't, but it's amazing to me, is today you can get a better rate on a long-term fixed-rate mortgage than if you have never been late on any payment in your entire life and had perfect credit. How about stress relief, knowing that you aren't going to have to go through the foreclosure process and find a new place to live and pull the kids out of school and change churches? Having a mortgage payment that you know you can make every month. Knowing that the changes that are modified on your loan are permanent. Now, I will tell you that you can certainly do this yourself, or most people are embracing the idea of having a professional firm that specializes in it do it. I'll give you more information about that at the end. Past due amount can be forgiven. We had a client who was 15 months behind on his first mortgage and his second mortgage. He had a home equity line of credit. Had not made a payment for 15 months. Between the payments, the interest, the penalties, and the legal fees, the total came to over $70,000. One of our law firms was able to get the entire amount forgiven. Sometimes people are upside down on their loan. The principal balances can be forgiven. There are a lot of advantages. Loan Mods R Us is my website where I have put up there for your review the 22 most frequently asked questions so you can evaluate loan modifications for yourself. Now, who am I and why am I qualified? Well, that's me. That's my little girl. That's Zena. And that's the 6th house that I have lost to the foreclosure process. So I understand intimately what goes on when you're losing your house to the bank, and those notices, and standing in front of the special master, and all the crap that goes with it. So I know from firsthand experience what people go through when they're behind on their payments, and that prompted me to look long and hard, and I have finally found a company who are based out of California that is lawyer-based. They actually have 9 law firms nationwide, and if they will accept you as a client, and finding out, by the way, is free, they have a 97% success rate. Now, at the very end of this, which will be within a minute, I will give you the ability to go to my website, check it out, read more, listen to it, but they do not charge anything to evaluate you. If they accept you and cannot do a loan modification, they have a money-back guarantee. So it's a very strong program. If loan modification is something you're embracing and thinking about, I suggest you give it a try because it doesn't cost anything to find out. And this is one of those where time really doesn't help you. Time works against you. The further behind you are, the more that you are dealing with, or you or the bank or the law firms dealing with and negotiating. So here's the information. I thank you for your time, and may God richly bless you and yours today.